What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So a couple months back I ended up going to Hawaii with a bunch of friends for vacation, and while I was out there I managed to do 2 shoots, which is what you're gonna see in today's video.
This whole life, maybe she love me. I know, yes I know that. I know more than I know. I know more than I know.
So for the first shoot, location obviously was going to be a bit rough to figure out. Pretty much I relied on Google Maps, and with the recommendation of a friend, I ended up finding this small boat dock that I could use, and that's where we met the cars.
Love is getting boring, I thought that I was all in. I'm not fucking for it, so she's not for it anymore. I'm off track, I've lost track.
Alright, so for these, I struggled pretty hard to make these look good. I think something notable was the actual contrast between the cars and the setting that they're in. Because it was so overcast this day, you really don't get to see the purple in the car, which really sucked. But overall, these are pretty okay.
Love is getting boring. Why lie? But I was boring. Love is getting boring.
Here's a close-up comparison of my digital shots versus film. In some of these, the clouds finally let in some light and I was able to pull off some warmer tones. The film did bring in some warmth, but I assume that's mainly because these are shot on Kodak Gold, which tends to be a warmer leaning stock. Regardless, this is another set of photos that I just found to be okay. I think the film definitely wins this round. During the shoot, I was able to talk to the owners a bit about owning the cars and what was done to them and everything like that. But one thing they had mentioned to me was that car culture there was very small. In fact, most of the GTR owners actually knew each other. And every Sunday they would cruise, grab coffee, get breakfast together, and go on a ride.
I'm off track, I've lost track of the score and lost keys to the door, and now I can't restart. So I just pause for a minute, now I track what she says and spin it. And you know more than you know, and you know more than you know. Love is getting boring. I was boring. Love is getting boring. Why did I thought that I was boring? Why did I thought that I was all in?
Some closing thoughts about this one. I really enjoyed the photographs, but I enjoyed the conversation even more. It was a pleasure meeting the owners. It was amazing to have my friends along the shoot. I would love to come back and give a whole walk around about the cars and their history, maybe interview the owners and do all kinds of cool stuff like that.
Love is getting boring, my love is getting boring.
So just like the first morning, we were waking up really early, getting ready, heading out the door, but this time for a GTR and a chaser. Luckily, my friends ended up tagging along again, and we also had another photographer tag along. It'll be linked down below. Check them out.
It's not ugly, it's not bad, but I really wanted to. I like stand out.
That's fucking crazy.
I like stand out. Originally I wanted a custom.
So I opened up with these film shots, probably the nicest ones I got while I was out here. I always enjoy the pastel look, and while shooting these shots, I really didn't take them too seriously, to be honest. I think my intention here was just for more documentary purposes and not so much to create anything that really stood out. I don't know, regardless, I'm pretty happy with these. For these shots, I would say they're pretty good. I wish we would have shot sunset here looking back on it, but I really enjoy the overall vibe of these. I think it helps kind of put in perspective where exactly we are. Part of me sort of wishes that we move the cars a little bit more, but most definitely they are warm-up shots for sure. Once we were done at the first spot, we ended up moving over to the second spot, but in between I ended up shooting some rollers for the GTR, and this is how they came out. These shots are probably the highlight of the trip for me. Reason being that the colors, the composition seem to stand out the most and definitely make the cars pop, especially with this location. I think they check all the boxes I look for when I'm taking photos.
When I heard murder, you're killing me and filling me with sorrow. Sunrise goodbyes and missing you tomorrows. I turn to see my dream love, supreme queen, ain't a thing on a scene cry. I drop my bags in the flash, that's faster than 180 on that dash, sir.
I feel like I say this every shoot, but seeing these cars in person definitely made me want to own them at some point in my life if I'm lucky enough to do so. Other than that, shout out to my friends for tagging along. Thank you to the owners for being so hospitable and answering all of our questions and recommending us all kinds of stuff to do while we were out there. Shout out to the other photographer for tagging along. Thank you so much for all the spots and everything like that. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.